It is January 7th, and I'm sneaking in an early edition of the DK Oldies live stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Brand new collection just came in. Travis picked one out for me special. They must have had 100 new collections coming over there. Travis is good. He knows what he's looking for. So he picked out a special one. We're going to be unboxing it right here, and it's going to be the latest stuff going into stock on our website, DKOldies.com. Quick glance over here at the cleaning team. Got a full crew over there now. There's Heather, the manager, in the purple. Rachel there with her headphones on. Oh, there's Austin. Got a wave out of him. Okay, let's jump into it today. Like I said, right up here is today's collection. This one's coming to us from a Mitchell in Little Elm, Texas. Little Elm, like a little elm tree. Sounds adorable. Thank you all for the well wishes. It is good to be back. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to start off with... So you know I've been battling this cold that has just been dragging on forever. I was at the doctor's the other day, tested negative for flu. Hold on, can I swing this camera around? There we go. Tested negative for flu, COVID, RSV. He just said it's a cold, and it is just, they've been seeing these colds that just have a real long tail to them that just been lasting for a while. I've just been dragging. It sucks. You know, I hate missing time. I hate not being in here. I hate not doing the live streams. I love getting to do videos with my entire team. Anyway, yesterday, something different happened. I was called in for jury selection. So it's not jury duty. Jury duty is when you actually get selected to be on the jury. Jury selection is when you go in. And I figured I'd talk about it for a second because I know a lot of you have never dealt with it before. I've been called in once or twice, and all these other times, there's like 2 dates you're supposed to show up for. All these other times, it was short and simple. I was in there at 8 in the morning, and you know, by 10:30, 11 o'clock, I was out, wasn't selected, and away I went. Well, yesterday's, on Monday, as soon as I got in there, I saw that there were a ton of people. I was number 230. They split us up into like 2 different trials that were going to be going on. So finally my number wound up being number 78 out of 79 people. And this was a criminal case. I guess I've never dealt with a criminal case before. So maybe that just takes longer or whatnot. Anyway, it's all just sitting and waiting. Like you're in this holding room for starters. Then they finally line you up by number and you sit in all these different chairs. Then they take you up to the courtroom. No cell phones in front of the judge. So, you know, there were just hours that I'm sitting there twiddling my fingers, and I'm still not feeling well. I hate to complain, but like it was an ordeal. I was literally counting the minutes. Anyway, finally, we're up there. The lawyers would call out questions. I think it was like some sort of assault trial. That's all I know. I wasn't selected for it, so I don't know any more details. But they would ask people, "Have you ever been on a jury before?" 20 people would stand up with their numbers, and they'd ask, you know, was the person found guilty? They were all found guilty, which I found a little surprising. I don't know. I guess most cases that go to trial wind up that anyway. So they asked a bunch of questions. Have you ever been a victim of an assault? And then they'd follow up each of these questions with, so do you think you'd be able to be fair, you know, and give a fair judgment? And a lot of people, I was surprised, a lot of people said, no, you know, I don't think I'd be able to give a fair judgment. I think they thought it meant it was going to kind of get them out of having to be in the jury. But when it finally all came said and done, and they picked 12 people who will be the jurors, and then 2 extra alternates just in case something happens to any of the 12. And there were definitely some people up there who had said that, no, I won't be able to be fair and objective. Like maybe the lawyers want somebody who would not be fair and objective against the other side. I don't know. Anyway, finally, so after they asked all these questions, then they were like, all right, we're going to break for lunch. So I thought, okay, hallelujah, we're almost done. It sounded like as soon as we came back from lunch, they were just going to call it right there. So I didn't even go out and get lunch. Like the courthouse is hard to get into. Like, you know, you got to go through metal detectors and this and that. And like I said, I thought I was an hour away from being done. So I just went up and sat in my car for a half hour and then came back. We were not done. We were so not done. The lawyers said that they wanted to speak to people like one-on-one, so they started calling people back in groups of 4. All right, can numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 come on to the back? I figured they'd ask them a quick question, they'd come back out. They were in there for 15 minutes. And I'm dying during this whole time. Anyway, that's it. Luckily, at the end of it, I wasn't selected. And it's not that I wouldn't want to serve on a jury. Here's one of the things that the judge said. When you are casting your vote for president, you're one of hundreds of millions. When you're voting for your governor or something, you're one of millions. When you're voting for something in your state or township, that's hundreds of thousands. On your local school board, that could just be thousands. But when you're placing, your vote here on a jury trial, you're one of 12. It's the most important your vote will ever be. But it's just I think they said the trial might have run for 5 days. And I don't want to be away for 5 days. And plus, it'd be one thing if I was feeling fine and I could the benches were, okay. Anyway, I'm not trying to, I just want you guys to know what's been going on with me. That's it, just giving you a little insight. Okay, without further ado, let's open up today's collection. And I see people sharing, I think I forgot to even mention, doing a giveaway. So if you want to get entered in the giveaway for my Facebook viewers, share the stream, comment that you shared. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get into it here today. I cannot wait to feel better from this. I might wind up taking tomorrow off, hopefully coming back for Friday, feeling strong, feeling good, and ready to rock and roll. It's just, it's tough with my job in particular, having to jump around in front of the camera and, be full of excitement. It's tough in particular to do when you're just feeling absolutely terrible. So I plan on spending the rest of today and tomorrow in bed working to get better. Let's jump into today's collection. If you guys want to talk jury, feel free. Game Boy SP, first thing out of the collection. I love coming across these. Clamshell design keeps the screen nice and protected. However, in this case, I don't know. Somebody spilled soda on it. It was an eventful day yesterday, Summer. It was. And like I said, if I wasn't feeling, jury duty is the most important thing a citizen can do. Exactly, Chris. And what's tough is that it's such an imposition on people's days. Like, what do people with kids do about getting them off the school bus? You know how much you get paid for jury duty? You know how much the state pays you for a day of, I guess, with this jury selection. So I was there all day, and I got a debit card for $9. I don't know how much you get paid if you're actually selected on the jury. I'm sure it's not much more, but it's just a shame that it's, I don't know, it's an imposition, but I'd love to one day. Game Boy Advance system as well. Another Game Boy SP. This is what, we're coming up on 3 here? This is wild. Silver one. Oh, excuse me, 3DS system and this bright looking red color. $7 for jury duty. Paco, maybe with inflation it went up a little bit. I don't know, maybe it varies state to state, but yeah, it was $9, I think, as far as I'm concerned. Stuff on the Wii. We got some Guitar Hero games here. Guitar Heroes. Of course, there's going to be Zelda and Mario parties on a good Wii collection. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Super Mario Galaxy, Call of Duty, there's, Unreal Tournament. Boy, the time I put into this one. Remember it? Loved it. Thank you, Domenico. Appreciate it. It's good to be back. I plan on coming back stronger than ever. You are not going to believe the power levels that I will be at when I get back. Uh, 360 we were into. Assassin's Creed, Dead Space, Battlefield. Ooh, Diablo 3. I love coming across that. I remember going all the way back to Diablo 1. Love it. Zach, I know, that's the other thing. It is great that I've got a team I can rely on to cover things while I'm gone. You know, I've I've always had real good teams, but you know, this one in particular is real strong, and it's great to know that when I'm out, things are getting handled. Jesse runs the show, does a great job with it. Julian, Lexi, Benny all work together making videos, and so that does take a big load off of me as I'm curled up in the fetal position in the bed, knowing that my team is making things go. Whoa, check out this steel book of that AT-AT, I think. Wow. Yo, that is cool. You can take a pillow to sit on. That's, Douglas, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. $8 for you, whether you're selected or not. You mean even if you get on to the... Pikmin. Oh, sweet. It's GameCube stuff. Mario Kart. Final Fantasy. Oh, and Fire Emblem. Look at this. Look at this GameCube. Pokemon XD in here. Tony Hawk Battalion Wars, I don't know too much about. The Donkey Kong Jungle Game. Jeez, Nicktoons. Mario Sunshine. Sonic Need for Speed. Mario Golf. Wind Waker. There's GoldenEye in here. Mario Strikers. Spyro and 007. Oh my gosh, and look at this thing. The mobile monitor. It's the screen. It's the screen. Hold on, let me open it. There it is. It's the screen for the GameCube. This one has seen better days. Looks like it's separating over here or something. But yeah, it snaps on top. You can see that would fit on top of the GameCube. And then you would flip the screen open and you can play right on it. It's got speakers on it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay. That's about all I can handle today. Let's jump into the giveaway. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Like I said, I hate being under the weather, not just because it sucks being sick, but it keeps me away from all this stuff. I miss live streams. I miss getting to make videos, and I like what I do. So, okay, get ready. Time to spin the wheel. While I've been streaming, a bunch of names have been picked at random. I'm going to give this wheel a spin, and somebody lucky is about to win $20 in store credit. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, would they let me take that GameCube screen into jury duty? I don't know. I don't think so. Kevin Reyes. Congratulations, Kevin. Nice work. You're today's winner. $20 in store credit, dropping straight into your account. Nice work, Kevin. All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, I was just sneaking in an early stream today. I've got an appointment this afternoon. I think I'm going to take off tomorrow. I just need another day of resting and trying to feel better. It was a challenge just trying to get through this stream today. It's hard to explain, but I love doing it so much. That's the level of dedication that you're dealing with here. All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. I will be back and stronger than ever